What's up, party people, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alexis. I have just been like my whole, I don't know what's going on, but like I feel very inspired to do my makeup again, which is wonderful because for a good few months, and I'm talking like 3 months or so, I was really struggling to like pull myself together well enough to do a YouTube video. And so like I felt like my videos were really low energy and they just kind of were lackluster, and I felt like I was kind of half-assing it but trying to do a good job. But anyway, needless to say, I have my Dalgona bubble tea, and I've got my Bare Necessities palette from Colourpop. I got this in a bundle with the Smoke Session, or the silver, oh my god, what's it called? The Stone Cold Fox palette. I keep wanting to call it Smoky Fox, and I don't know why. But yeah, I got this in a bundle when they were having the 25% off sale. And so the plastic just came out. Oh shit. Oh, one of my thingies. I just dug out one of the shadows. Fuck a duck. Anyway, this is what the palette looks like here. She's very pretty, very, very pretty. And I think I'm going to do another 2 looks 1 palette. I don't think I'm going to do, well, maybe I'll do a daytime and nighttime look again like I did in my last video, but maybe I won't. I don't know. I'm kind of like, I'm on a bubble tea high at the moment. I don't know what, oh, sorry. I still have the tapioca balls in my mouth. I love bubble teas so much. This girl I used to work with at, where did I work with her at? It must have been at Dillard's when I worked at the Lancome counter. And she took me to this place inside Houston that did bubble tea. And I was hooked from then on, just hooked to bubble tea. So anyway, enough talking about that. Let's dig into this palette, okay? So there are 30 shades, just like there are in the Stone Cold Fox palette. I don't know why I actually needed to count that, but whatever, we'll just keep moving on with it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick with one half of the palette on one side and one half of the palette on the other side. And I'm going to try to use as many possible shades as I can. But first, to start off with, I'm going to go in with my MAC paint pot in the color Soft Ochre. I need to keep reminding myself that I'm using Soft Ochre and not Painterly, because I've used Painterly for like 2 years now. Going in with an F12 brush from Colourpop. It's this big floofy-ended brush that, you know, has a slight angle to it. So I find it's really good to like get in there and to really like hug the eye. Oh, I didn't mean to put this much on, but that's okay. I'll tap it out with my fingers. This isn't as dry, obviously, because it's brand new, but it's not as dry, and so I'm using a little bit more than, like, I'm digging into it a little bit more, because my Painterly paint pot was just really dry for so long that I got used to like having to kind of dig into it to get into it. If you can hear my husband in the background, he's talking. It's because he's DMing a Shadowrun game. He does every weekend. He used to play 2 games on the weekend, one on Saturday, one on Sunday, but the Saturday game had to get canceled because someone's work schedule changed or something like that. So yeah, Paul's just down to the one game a week now. Okay. I think the first color I'm going to go in on, I'm going to do obviously right side, left side. So left side of the palette for me is this side, right side of the palette is this side. So, and it's kind of flip backwards, so hopefully I don't get this stuffed up. So the first color I'm going to go in with, so we're going to go left side first. No, we'll do right side first. I'll go in with the color Hot Gossip, which is this color right here, and I'm just going to dust that in my crease to start that off as a transition shade. I was really keen when I first saw this palette come out. I thought it was really pretty. I really, really, really wanted this Stone Cold Fox palette though. And then when I saw they were both on sale together in a bundle, I was like, sold, bitch. You gonna be mine. You gonna be mine. I'm gonna see if I can try and convince my husband to get out of the house today. We had our friends over yesterday, and we got to see baby Matilda again, and she's just as cute as a button. Like, she's seriously like the most beautiful baby in the world. She was a little crook. She has, it's not bronchitis. It's called something else very similar, but it's like bronchitis, but it only happens in infants. and so they call it something else. But she was she's getting over that now, but she wasn't feeling 100%. But oh, she was just a treasure. The next color I'm going to go into is Tabloid, which is this color right here. And I'm going to try and do like a halo eye on this one. The BH Cosmetics Studio Pro number 5 brush. It's similar to the colourpop brush. They're both floofy ended brushes, but this one's a little more tapered at the top. So I'm going to take Tabloid, and I'm just going to put that on the inner corner and on the outer corner of my eye. Now there is a little kick up in the pan, but I don't really care as long as it doesn't like create a ton of fallout on my face. I don't really care what happens in the pan. It's a powder product and you have a stiff bristle going into it. Of course it's going to kick up product, so it's not so coffee burp. It's not so such a big bother to me. So I don't really worry about it, to be honest. Just going really slow and just building up that intensity on the inner corner. And I'm going to do the same on the outer corner. Just keep like lightly going in and just kind of building and building and building and buffing and building and buffing and building. And now I'm just kind of going across my lid, or my, what is that called? My crease, I guess. Going across the crease a little to create that halo effect. Now this is coming off quite a bit more red than in the pan. It's coming off a bit more red than it does in the pan, which is kind of surprising, but it's okay. And then I'm going to go in with this color here called Stiletto, this color right here, and I'm going to use that just on the inner, very inner and outer corner of my lid. And I'm going to take an E9. There's a very small, I don't think you can see that very well, but it's a teeny tiny, like almost like a detail brush. It's a beautiful chocolate shade with like silver reflect in it, silver maybe blue reflect in it. And I'm going back with my Studio Pro brush. I'm just blending that outer corner because I went a bit farther out than I intended to. So that's my bad, not the shadows. And I'm just checking it, and it's not patchy. The shades are working really, really well. Not a patchy eye in the house. I'm not the best at doing halo eyes, but I'm not terrible at them. The next shade I'm going to go in with is I'm going to go in the middle, and I'm going to start, let's see, what color do I want to use? I think I'm going to go in with Fuzzy, which is this copper shade here, which is just gorgeous on at first sight. It's just beautiful. So I'm going to take that on my finger, and I'm going to pat that in the middle and bring that up and just tap that on to my eyelid. And this is without glitter glue. This is on top of other shadows, and it's just going on beautifully. I want to go in even a little harder with it. Put on a second layer, and that is gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. I don't know why, but for some reason my halo eyes always look off center. Like when I'm doing them in my mirror, they look like they're perfectly centered, but then when like I look on camera, they look like they're always like really far in on my eye. I don't know why that happens, but it's a little bit annoying. It's a little bit annoying. So they always look a little off center. But that's okay, I am a little bit off center. So I'm going to go back in with Stiletto, and I'm just going to blend the edges slightly. Okay, and I think in the center, very center, I'm going to go in with the color, the Talk, which is this shade right here. In the very center of my eye, I'm going to go in with that one. And it gives it that little bit more of a gold shift, which is really pretty. And this color actually is really beautiful. It's got this nice coppery shift to it, which is really good. Really, really good. I still haven't quite worked out what I want to do on this eye. I think I'm going to end up doing something kind of smoky and really pretty. I know I just did a smoky look in my last video, but kind of in the smoky vibes. So the first color I'm going to go in with is this shade up here called On Holiday. And I'm going to go in just like I did on my other eye. I'm going to take an E2 from Colourpop, and I'm going to put that in my crease, which you can't even see, which is not a bad thing, but I can't see it. So it gives just this, like, you can't even see it against my eye type. My eye type. The next one I'm going to go in with is Act a Fool, which is this one right here. It's a really pretty, I would say dusty purple, almost, yeah, almost like a dusty rose. I'm going in on the same brush, and I'm just going to take that right where I put on Holiday. So I'm just going over that area. I have to say, these are really pigmented. That was just like, sometimes I just roll my brush, the bristles across the shadow, and that was all I did, and I managed to get a lot of pigment up with that. I want a little bit more of that color, so I'm just going to really pack this shade on, and then kind of just softening the edges a bit with it. Same brush. That's a really fucking pretty color. Alright, the next color I'm going to go in with is Taboo, which is this grayish brown color here. Yeah, that one right there. I'll go in with my Morphe M200, and again, just going to kind of roll my bristles in that shadow and just start deepening my crease. Don't know if that was the best option there. I kind of am hindering myself a little by only using one side of the pan for another look. So this is kind of not what I was thinking it was going to be, and that is on me. That is not the shadows, it's on me. I'm just going to run with it at this point. And I'm really just using the bristles to just buff that into my crease, and then using them on an angle to blend out. Oh yeah, this was a mistake, but it's my mistake, not the shadows. So I think what I might do is on the same brush, I think I might go into this color called Dutch Process, which is this deep purple brown shimmer. And I'm going to take an E1 from Colourpop, which is just a flat shader brush. And I'm going to take that, and I'm just going to place that on the outer third of my eye and just pat that on, pat. Now there's a bit of glitter in it, but I'm not seeing any fallout on my face, so that's good. Alright, so that's that part done. Ooh, that actually looks pretty. So, y'all. The next shade I'm going to go in with is, I think I'm going to go in with Spree, which is this shade right here. And I'm going to take that on the middle third of my lid, and then going back in and blending those edges with whatever's left on my brush. Okay, this eye's turning out really good so far. Okay, cool. And I think on the very inside corner, I'm going to go in with the color Genie, which is this true gold here. And I'm going to take a BH Cosmetics number 8 brush. It looks like a little smudger brush, but it's nice and densely packed. It's not bad. I'm actually like pleasantly surprised at how well it went on with a brush versus going in with my finger. Pleasantly surprised. And then I'm going back in with the brush I used for the middle of my eyelid, and I'm going to take just the tiniest bit more of Spree, and I'm going to just dust that right in the middle between those two, so there's not such a stark line between the colors. Alright, I think I slept wrong. My neck is really sore right now, and it's kind of putting a damper on my, like, I'm getting a headache. So it's like putting a damper on my vibe, man. I'm just trying to vibe on my channel. Now I'm going to dust that outer corner. And I kind of want a little bit of something in the center just to liven this up. And so I'm going to actually go into the other side of the palette to do it. I'm going to go in with this color here at the top called Silk Teddy. And I'm going to put that on my finger in the very... Oh! Whoa, beach. Oh, that is reflective. And all in my lashes. Oh my goodness. Wow, that's a very pretty shade. That is a very, very pretty shade. Yeah, unfortunately, it's kind of covered up, so I think I'm going to go in with like a super floofy brush. And I'm going to put Spree, just reinforce Spree a bit, and then it'll look like, yeah, I like that. Okay, cool. I do have a bit of glitter fallout on my, well, not glitter, but shimmer fallout on my face, but I haven't put down any foundation or anything like that yet, so that's fine. You know what? I just realized that if I was going to try and convince my husband to take me out, I can't do that now because my makeup is not going to match. Fan-freaking-tastic. Alright, so I'm going to go in quickly and do my face off camera, and then we'll come back and we'll finish off my eye look. Well, I'm looking at my eyes now, and it almost looks like I've done the same look, just different colors. So I'm a little annoyed with myself. So I'm going to try and fix that by going in a bit higher with my deep dark shade there. I think it was Stiletto. It must have been. And I'm going to bring that up a bit higher. That looks a bit better. That looks a bit more pronounced. Yeah, that looks much more better. Looks much better now. There we go. Alright, so, I mean, they are kind of different eye shapes. Like, it's hard to tell, to be honest. Alright, so now on the bottom lash line, on this eye, I'm going to take this shade right here called Cufflinks. It's this one. And I'm going to really smudge that underneath my eye. And I'm taking that on an E1 as well. And then just kind of connecting those outer corners there. Ooh, fuck, that's a pretty shade. Ooh, that is so pretty. I wish you could see just how gorgeous. Maybe in the pictures you'll be able to see. And it's got a shimmer to it as well, which is really, really nice. Oh, that's beautiful. I like that a lot. Okay, then I'm going to go back in with Dutch Process. And I'm really going to focus that right on my lash line. Just to kind of marry the two colors out here on the outer corner. But that's what it's looking like so far. And I think it's really pretty. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to take Silk Teddy, which was that gold shade. And I'm going to put it, or actually no, I'm going to take Genie. And I'm going to put it on the bottom. I'm just going to tuck that right there. There we go. Right there. Oh, that's really stunningly pretty. I'm loving this eye. I love this eye. I'm just not in love with it because I'm not great at cut creases, so it's more of a me problem, not a you problem. Alright. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with, on this eye, I'm going to take a BH Cosmetics brush. This is the number 9. It's an angled, I think you can see that pretty well. It's just an angled brush. And I'm going to use Tabloid, which is that tan color. And I'm just going to draw that on either side. And then I'll deepen it up to match the top lid, making sure to leave that little hole in the middle. So now I'm going with Stiletto on the same brush. Alright, so I've taken Stiletto a little farther down than I intended to. But that's okay. We're working with what we've got. It's fine. And I'm going to take my E9 and I'm going to blend that, which is the color that I originally had Stiletto on, or the brush I originally had Stiletto on. I'm just buffing that. Okay, so that's that one done. I have a problem. I don't know what shade I used. I think I used Fuzzy. We're going to find out. I'm going to tuck that. Hey, if it wasn't fuzzy, it is now. So that's just the color that I'm going with. It looks right? I mean, the top matches the bottom, I think. So now I'm going to do eyeliner. I'm going to go in on this eye. And I'm going to use my brown Stila liner. It's Spice. This is a very reddy brown color. So I'm just going to... Ooh, this one I'm going to do a purple liner. So I'm going to do the brown one on this one. Upper and bottom waterline. And then on this one, I'm going to go in with... I'm going to take Alkaline. This is going to look like the bomb in here. It's this beautiful, like, cherry red. And I mean, like, black cherry, not red maraschino cherries. Quickly going to put on some mascara. This is the Hourglass Caution Mascara. I love this mascara. It's the bomb diggity. Now I just have to work out what lip to do. But while I do that, I'm going to do my eyebrows. My eyebrows are looking more and more severe as time goes on. I don't know if it's because I'm using more and more product or what. but they just look like very angry eyebrows. I haven't done a brow bone highlight, so I think on both eyes I'm going to use the color... Actually, I don't feel like doing a brow bone highlight, or that I need it even. Like, my brow bone's pretty prominent and pretty white anyway, so don't need to worry about it. I will go in with my Moon Prism palette. I'm going to use... I think I'm going to use Spacey on this eye. And, hi baby, Gravity on this one. So I'm going in with Spacey first. And if you have these blushes, you know that just the tiniest bit goes a long way. I'm literally just going boop boop into the pan, and then you can see the blush is just fan-fucking-tastic. Love it! And then on this side I'm going into Gravity, which honestly could be like a bronzer color for me, but this is the first time I've used Gravity because I thought it was going to be too dark for me, but it's clearly not. Ooh, okay, I went a little heavy, a little bit heavier than I intended to. And I'm just going to try and buff that into my cheeks a bit more. Wow, that's really cool. Okay, so far I've used every single shade in here. I think I even used Soleil, and they look really good. Like, all of them look really good on me, which I'm actually a little surprised by, I'm not going to lie. Just going in with a little more Spacey, just to kind of even up the intensity between the two. But yeah, bitch. Yes. I am living. I am going to put highlighter on today. Just not sure which. Okay, I brought the blush a little farther in than I normally do, but I don't really hate it that much. It definitely makes my face look like this for some reason. So that's like, I could have contoured or something better. But again, the blush is my fault, not the Moon Prism palette's fault. So I'm going to go in with my Hourglass Ambient Light highlighting palette, and I just literally, I take my brush and I run it across all the way through, and then I just dust it on my cheeks. And I like the Ambient Light highlighters because they just give that healthy glow from within kind of highlight. It's not like a blinding highlight where you're like, oh my god, my eyes. It's just a very subtle, beautiful, lit from within kind of sheen almost. I don't even know if that's the right word for what I'm trying to say. But I'm going to take that down my nose, down my schnozola. Oh, I love these highlighters. See, just the beautiful, beautiful, like almost wet sheen. But it's not like really, I don't know how to explain these highlighters. They're just really, really beautiful. But yeah, so that's my highlighting done. Now for lips. I have no idea what to do for my lips. None. No idea. I am going to just use my Fenty, no, this is my ColourPop Ultra Metallic Lip in the color Fever Pitch. I like it because the copper, it picks up on the purple on this side and the copper on this side. And I'm going to use my Obvi lip liner from ColourPop. Alright, so that's lip liner at Dunskies. I'm going to take this Ultra Metallic Lip. And I kind of stuffed up my lip liner, but whatever. It's all good. Oh, that's a really pretty pairing of lip liner and lip gloss. Or metallic lip. Alright. Wow. Yeesh. Oh, I like this palette. I like this palette a lot. Okay, so just for refresher. Oh, God. So, on this side, I did it on this eye. And this side, I did on this eye. And I have to say, I'm really quite impressed with this. Like I said, I didn't do an under the brow bone highlight, but I don't feel like I needed it, just because that paint pot really just like my skin color kind of shines through, and I don't necessarily need the inner corner or the brow bone highlight. Burp. Yeah, I'm pretty fucking impressed with this palette. I got it, like I said, I got it in the bundle with the Stone Cold Fox palette, and oh my god, I'm so excited I did. These are really pretty. Like, I love this color story. I really, really do. You've got your warm tones, you've got your cool tones, you've got your black in here, you've got your white up here. You know, you've got a full gambit of colors in this palette. and it's really, really beautiful. I don't think if you got this palette you would be disappointed. This can definitely be spiced up for more nighttime looks, more dramatic looks, as you can see. I will go in and do a more natural look tutorial with this palette. I am like dead set, so stoked that I got both of these palettes. Like, I seriously ummed and awed about it, and I'm like, I don't know if I should, and then I did, and am I super excited? Hell yes, absolutely. If you're in the market for a new eyeshadow palettes, I would say either one of these you'll be quite happy with. So basically that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know every time I upload a new video, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.